When playing, he does it at 100%. He even doesn't know another manner. Rostik started to compose music right when he took a guitar in his hands and started practicing with a coach. To go ahead, to never look back and only ahead. The name of this young musician will be thundering all over the world. Music is a feeling of peace, of mind and body. At his early age of 11, the young boy plays rock and masters intricate guitar techniques. He comes from a family of famous musicians and even performs as a member of the family band.
Rostyslav Fantaiev.
The young guitarist Rostyslav Fantaiev was born into a family with its own peculiar way of communication. His mother, Yulia Roma, is a famous Ukrainian jazz musician, tutor, composer and songwriter. Her name is inscribed in the European jazz community. Father, Oleg Fantaiev, is a highly sought and respected jazz percussionist, drummer and composer. He played with many famous artists that have won Grammy Awards. There were no doubts that Rostislav will become the holder of musical secrets. He just had no other options, considering that his father is without exaggeration also an outstanding musician. I'm also engaged in singing. I simply could never have imagined my life without music. So as early as our son began to walk, he got interested in watching rock concerts on TV.
Какой-то рок-концерт по телевизору, уже перед ним прямо возле телевизора невозможно было оттащить.
Когда Ростику исполнился год.
His first birthday present was a drum kit. Well, it was small, but a fully performing acoustic instrument. His birthday was coming, and I had no ideas for a gift, so I decided to present him a drum kit.
Надо подарить барабаны.
Я точно не помню, но я знаю, что мне рассказывали. Я один раз сказала.
I don't remember when I asked for a guitar. My parents said that once I said, I want a guitar. Dad had drums. I played them a bit, but later had a slight sense of fear of them. And then my father somehow understood that I need to play guitar. I was 2 years old, and I quibbled a bit. So far, I have developed decent skills in solo and improvisations.
Вот мне купили гитару, там я занимался, там побрынкивал, и вот сейчас у меня уже есть навыки хорошие такие в соло, в импровизации.
Rostislav plays a lot, 4 to 6 hours each day. At such a young age, he is already conscious of the fact that without daily practice and mastering percussion skills, it is impossible to achieve anything in the world of music. Sometimes he had to get up at 4 to 5 in the morning to devote some time to his hobby, drawing. And after that, he devoted his time to obligatory practicing on various instruments.
Я встаю с утра, брынкаю, у меня есть список.
I get up early in the morning and tinkle a bit. I have got a list of parts for accompaniment, as well as a list of my parts.
Для аккомпанемента.
Then I just switch from electronic guitar to an acoustic guitar and play solo.
Или беру акустичку и бульбеню соляру.
У него есть таймер, который его контролирует.
He has a timer that controls him. Every time he registers the time spent on practicing. His father has another weighty argument. His son needs to practice, otherwise nothing will come of it. If we prepare a program, nothing happened without me. If he needs to learn some texts, we do a rehearsal together, because without me, he will never master the song.
Все на мне. То есть папа сказал, делаем это. Вот. Я что-то себе придумала, какую-то программу, сидим, репетируем, потому что без меня он, ну как-то так, песню не освоит.
Rostyslav had a hard time. Because of the long hours of training and rehearsals, his fingers were literally bleeding.
У меня очень часто были мозоли.
Very often I had calluses in my fingertips, bleeding and torn broken nails. That was very painful.
Это было больно.
Я не знаю, я только...
I don't know, I get tired very quickly as soon as I take a guitar in my hands. It is hard to imagine how guitar players and Rostik manages to overcome all this.
Там приходится это все преодолевать, но не знаю, наверное, какие-то там происходят...
Probably the skin somehow adapts to the strings, but of course, a few times his nails on the left hand exfoliated, he even refused to continue playing.
До того, что под ногтем там отслаивается, и он говорит, все, не могу играть, больно.
At such a young age, he already took part in major all-Ukrainian music festivals and even played with a symphonic orchestra.
Первый концерт наш был.
Our first concert was when he was only 8 years old. It was a concert dedicated to Christmas and New Year carols, Kolядки and Щедрівки. There was one guitar player in demand, and my husband engaged Rostik in it. The second performance was so bright and large-scale with the National Orchestra of Ukraine. The program was dedicated to the poet Simonenko, in which I sang one song, and again my husband said, "Invite Rostik," and so this song was called "You Will Grow Up, My Son." I sang this song and Rostik played in it as if he was the one for whom I sang. It was such a memorable performance for him. Now he says he was very nervous.
Такое запоминающееся для него. Он теперь говорит, что он ужасно переживал, ужасно.
Today Rostik changed his mind towards public appearances, started to take pleasure in them, and started to feel completely free and fluent on the stage. I often feel excitement, almost entrancement, when I play the compositions of my mother, father, and my own, as well as those of Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin. I like the stage so much. It truly brings brightness, color, and satisfaction into my life.
Прям жизнь мою делает ярче и живее. Вот так вот, что стремиться надо дальше и не останавливаться.
Мне кажется, он вообще не...
I guess he doesn't worry at all. He says, "I'm so nervous," but I think he's as calm as usual. But when he comes on the stage and starts the first solo, everyone gets up starting to cheer. I don't know how he does this, but he immediately gets into the groove. His play and his mood are the result of his father's inspiration. Once our son started to learn, his father said, "Come on, the guitar must weep, it must howl and suffer." Rostik's father instilled this mood in his son from the very beginning when he started to play. When playing, he performs at 100%. He even doesn't know another manner. If he starts playing, he goes all out and plays to his full capacity. Of course, sometimes he asks how he played. Actually, each time after a concert, he asks, "How did I play today?" Well, I must say that he plays excellent, so I usually give credits to him.
Ну, вообще он обычно очень хорошо играет, поэтому я там хвалю.
This is despite the fact that Rostislav chose not the easiest path, the occupation of a rock musician. You need to work out your own style, be able to play in different techniques, improvise, and constantly learn and improve. Rostik is ready, willing, and able to do this. He says that he likes it. Rock is super energy, young energy, and it suits his way of playing. When we play some serious rock concert where everyone goes ecstatic, he manages to do this very well. He simply has a knack and a God-given talent. When I first hear how he plays, I notice that there are very few mature musicians that are able to play like he does.
Я знаю взрослых музыкантов очень мало, которые такое могут сделать.
Rostislav mastered several guitar playing techniques, which at his age, very few people manage to achieve. Well, for example, it is a technique of tapping, which is playing the guitar by tapping the fretboard. There are fantastic masters in this technique, in particular in Ukraine, in Crimea. And there is Izmailov, the famous guitar player who plays tapping. Such an interesting and very difficult technique is very unusual. Another is playing behind back like Jimi Hendrix, playing with your teeth when the guitar is in any position.
Например, игра за спиной, как Джимми Хендрикс это делал, то есть игра зубами, но это как бы, когда гитара в любом находится положении.
Once Jimmy Page, the virtuoso lead guitarist of Led Zeppelin, said, "You do not necessarily have to believe in yourself. What is more important is to believe in what you're doing, and then everyone around will believe in you." Our young hero, Rostislav, is so wrapped up in his matters that even if going on an uninhabited island, he would take with him
Гитару,
my guitar,
свой
my hot head style, and my self-confidence.
и веру в себя.
Rostislav is going to apply this attitude to huge popularity that one day will bear down on him. The battle will be fought through constant hard work and mastering of skills.
Я думаю так, если у меня будет звездная болезнь, то она будет проходить так.
I think this way. If I become starstruck, it will affect me in such a way. I want more concerts, more performances to improve my style, my skill and my solos endlessly, so that there would be only concerts and nothing else.
Только были концерты и ничего больше, только оно.
And even if Rostislav still doesn't give so many concerts on the big stages, he definitely has a whole host of fans. What can I say? There are several girls from school, boys from the neighborhood and from school, grandmother, grandfather, father, mother, sister.
И как бы бабушка, дедушка, папа, мама, сестра, и вот.
Little Alina is also interested in musical creativity. She loves playing the piano and sings.
Как певица могу сказать, что она с прекрасным голосом.
As a singer, I can say that she has a beautiful voice, a great feel of rhythm and great ear for music. She memorizes words almost instantly in any language, but she hesitates. This is the only challenge that we need to overcome with her.
Который нам нужно перебороть.
In an atmosphere where creativity and a strong positive energy prevails, there couldn't be another result other than the birth of the family band. Today, it is a trio.
Мы же называемся группа Home.
Our band is called Home. Everything is in a family style. We perform in different places, clubs, large venues, and festivals.
Клубы и большие площадки, фестивали.
Trio Home.
The trio Home is our joint business. This is our music into which my dad, my mom, and I put our efforts. I'm kind of responsible so that everything would be cool and rolling, while my mom creates the music and dad controls it all.
Круто и было заводным. Мама делает музыку, а папа уже контролирует это все.
The young guitarist Rostyslav Fantaiev plays not only famous rock or jazz compositions, but also composes his own music. Rostik started to write music right when he took a guitar in his hands and started practicing with a coach. I don't know why, he always had some musical ideas. He wrote his first composition, which we called Rostik's Song. He recalls it with reluctance, but it was smoothly complete. There was a theme, then a solo, and again a theme, just like a complete, full-fledged classical jazz or jazz rock composition. And recently, one of Rostislav's latest pieces has been recorded in a professional recording studio. It is called
Reaching the Tops. Достигая вершин.
Она рассказывает о том, что я и все мы стремились.
It is about everybody trying to strive for better results, to go only forward and not to look back, just ahead. Each step is higher and higher and never go down, because if you step back, it will be a failure.
Должна быть все выше и выше и выше, и никогда вниз нельзя сходить, потому что это все, одна ступенька ниже, все, это провал.
So this is how stage by stage Rostislav strives to achieve his goal and fulfill his ultimate dream, to become the Ukrainian pride and win the hearts of many fans. Daring and talented, bold and restless, independent and happy, they are our future. They are the future of Ukraine.
Overcome difficulties, it will make stronger than steel. only you can help yourself. Don't be afraid, do your best. Run so wide and you can run, run and run, having lots of fun. Don't you stop, just move and go and give the rest. Just stop, go ahead, overcome all difficulties. It will make stronger than you. Only you can help yourself. Don't be afraid, do your best. Run so wide and you can